People grieve and cope with the loss of a loved one in many different ways. It's crazy to think one moment someone is here with us and then the next moment they're gone. For me, I never really knew how to cope with loss. Is it even possible to fully move on? To this day, I still don't know. I have, however, found a way that helps me. I compose soundscapes that capture my feelings of grief and the overall situation. These tracks usually come in the form of dark ambient and drone pieces. I decided to release these tracks under a separate alias, and this is how the project This Communication started back in 2019. The first release was made after an unexpected loss happened in my family. I wasn't sure how to deal with the situation. I just went to my studio and started creating. By the end of the day, I had an hour-long album of dark ambient soundscapes. These tracks were built on improv, manipulated field recordings, and not overthinking anything. This became the foundation for This Communication. The second release was about a temporary loss of myself. I was in a very dark place mentally during this time and all my creativity was gone. I did manage to create these 3 tracks for this EP, capturing how I was mentally feeling at the time. This was all I was able to create for about a year. This single was created for the 3rd installment of the Dark Vault series, hosted by the label Enough Records. This track isn't about loss, but more about an abandoned place, abandoned train tracks. This brings us to the latest release, ending the longest gap in between releases from this project so far. The person this EP was about was hanging on by a thread for many years. You can tell they were still there, but as time went on, it felt like they were just existing, trapped in this frail body and could no longer come out. There have been times where I imagined what it'd be like to be in that condition. It freaked me out every time. I felt trapped. I couldn't imagine what this person was feeling, but I had no doubt that they wanted peace. These were the feelings I try to capture into sound on these tracks. The first 2 tracks are what it sounds like to do nothing but just exist in the world around you. I imagine it felt like you're stuck in a void, trapped inside this body you can no longer control. You can see, but not through your own eyes. It's like looking through a window. You can hear, but everything sounds distant and faint. You have thoughts, but you have no way to express them. This is what I imagine this person was going through for many years. And one day, it was over. There was no more suffering. They were now at peace. The final track on the EP was the first time I had the opportunity to create a beautiful ambient soundscape for this project, a more peaceful ending. I decided to make a track that has a mixture of This Communication sounds combined with soundscapes from my other project, Traveling Light. This project focuses on boosting beautiful ambient tones from field recordings I make during my travels. The more I have these experiences and the more I make music for this project, it's given me chances to take a step back, reflect on life so far, remembering those who aren't here anymore, reminiscing in those memories. Life is short. Be good to yourselves. Tell someone that you love them. Reconnect with someone you haven't heard from in a while. Cherish all these moments while they're still here. You never know when anyone's time on this earth will end. I hope this video helps someone find a way to cope with loss through creativity. This is Zach of Captive Portal and This Communication, and I'll see you next time.